time I was asked that question was 1986.
I don't know.
Go. I don't know. We both don't know.
I always check with Mr. Alvaro just to make sure that he knows. So why don't we ask that first question that I'd like Mr. Alvaro to answer first. The question was, what is federalism?
What is federalism? Federalism is a system of government where we have local, state, and a overarching federal government, right?
Federalism is a form of government based on a system of shared powers at the local, state, and federal level. These levels prevent a single entity from holding too much power and making all the decisions for our diverse nation. A disadvantage of federalism is government gridlock. More times than not, it is difficult for all levels of government to reach a consensus. Despite these criticisms, the Founding Fathers found beauty in federalism as a conservative measure. Previously, where the Articles of Confederation had failed, federalism succeeded. The Articles created a weak government composed of a loosely unified group of independent states. Federalism, which created a strong centralized system, granted the federal government the authority to complete necessary tasks and assign new responsibilities to states.
Who do you think has more power, the federal or state government?
Definitely the federal power.
Federal.
State government.
Creo que depende.
The positions taken toward this question are relative. The federal government may reassert its dominance through the Supremacy Clause, which states that federal law in accordance to the Constitution is the law of the land. Historically, the concept of implied powers, which grants Congress the right to do what is necessary and proper for government function, has allowed federal power to grow with the scope of the times, with responsibilities not mentioned in the Constitution, such as enforcing a military draft. Some others believe that the concept of reserve powers makes the states more powerful because it grants them authority on a vast number of issues not assigned to the federal government in the Constitution, such as education.
What is the purpose for separation of powers?
Checks and balances.
Is it like the checks and balance thing?
Checks and balances?
How many branches of government do we have, and can you name them all?
3. Is it the executive, which is I forgot them in English. Can I say them in Spanish? El Ejecutivo, Judicial, y... Oh shoot, I forgot them in Spanish too.
Okay,
I got there.
legislative, executive, judicial.
Yes.
The executive branch, the that's very sad. There are 3, but I don't know what they're called. That's really sad. That makes me sad. maybe I'll get that one if you come back to me.
Separation of powers ensures that the 3 branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial, stay independent from one another. The idea of separate branches of government comes from the famous French aristocrat Montesquieu. He called for branches of government that each had their own distinct powers and the ability to check on the other branches. This division is especially important in preventing government from becoming completely influenced by any single interest group or even by each other.
What is a bill?
Una ley, pues algo que no es una ley, pero alguien está tratando de hacer una ley y tiene que pasar por el proceso para convertirse en una ley.
Okay, I'm gonna make it like sound smart. It's a written document that is used to ensure certain rights, right?
Who can create a bill?
Senate and Congress.
Senators, congressmen.
The president.
And then do you think a majority of bills become laws?
No, most bills do not become laws.
Creo que no.
No, because they tack on so much extra crap that no one can ever pass anything.
A bill is actually a proposed law written in precise legal language. Contrary to popular misconception, anyone can draft a bill. However, only the House or the Senate can formally submit a bill for consideration. After the bill is introduced and passed in either house through a series of committees and subcommittees, it is sent to the other chamber for the same consideration. Keep in mind that most bills are killed off early in the process. However, once sent to the president, the bill must be vetoed or signed within 10 days or it will automatically become a law. Congress can also override a presidential veto by a 2/3 vote in both House and Senate.
And what role does the Electoral College play?
To vote for the president.
I don't know. I hear the financial aid there is not really good, but I hear they've got a great cafeteria meal plan.
It's not like every single person gets a vote the way we think it is. It's a weird number system that I don't fully understand.
It's the group of human beings that don't elect Hillary Clinton. How about that? That's my official answer.
Okay.
Does the presidential candidate have to win the electoral vote or the popular vote?
Electoral.
The electoral vote.
Despite how it sounds, the Electoral College is not a place but rather a process. It consists of a group of people or electors that elect the President and Vice President of the United States. Each state gets 2 votes for its 2 senators and then 1 more additional vote for every member it has in the House of Reps. The bigger the state's population, the more votes it gets. Currently, there are 538 total electoral votes with only 270 needed to win the presidency. We, as the people, do not vote for our president directly with our popular vote. Instead, our votes determine our electors, who then go on to vote for the candidates based on the results from the popular vote. However, they are not legally required to do so. Those who vote against their state's popular vote results are considered faithless electors. It also isn't unheard of to lose the popular vote but win the electoral vote.
And how long is the tenure or term of the justices?
It's really long, isn't it? Like,
Was it?
8, 15?
8? Is it 15?
No.
8 or 15, right? 15 to 16.
For life, isn't it?
The tenure of justices is a lifetime appointment, much like the Pope.
What does the judicial branch do?
Judge.
Does it make sure laws are constitutional and stuff?
The judicial branch, made up of the Supreme Court and numerous local and state courts, is in charge of deciding the meaning of laws, how to apply them to real situations, and whether a law breaks the rules of the Constitution. It is a reactive and passive branch because it can only act when a case is brought to the court. According to the framers, the judicial branch needs to be kept independent from the other branches of government. Life tenure for Supreme Court justices shields them from political pressure from both the other branches of government and other private interests. The president may nominate a new justice, but he or she is subject to approval by the Senate. Overall, the judicial branch exists to uphold constitutionality and protect the fundamental rights of the people.
See, here's why I got out of teaching AP GoPo. If Donald Trump can be elected president, so can you guys. Right now, at this current age 17, a 17-year-old could become president.